I always believed some places don't forget you. And Hollowgate Amusement Park, it remembered everything. This story isn't a legend or a creepypasta you find buried in a forum thread. This happened to me. And I'm telling it now not for attention, but because I'm afraid it's not over. It started with a letter, a manila envelope with no return address. Only my name in blocky, uneven handwriting. Inside were 4 things: an old map of Hollowgate Park, a photo of me at age 8 on a ride I don't remember taking, a park wristband, and a note that read, "You left something behind. Come before the gates close forever." The thing is, Hollowgate burned down in 1997. I remember the fire. I remember the news. But the map was dated 2023. The site where Hollowgate once stood is about an hour out of town, deep in the woods near Red Creek. It had been fenced off since the fire, but curiosity and dread pulled me back. When I arrived, the gates were wide open. The air felt wrong, thick, like breathing in old velvet. And I swear the trees were leaning inward, like they were watching. Then I heard the music, a carousel tune, faint but unmistakable, echoing from deep inside. The park was there, fully restored, not just rebuilt. It looked like it had never been touched by fire. Rides glistened like new, lights blinked, music played. There were no people, no employees, but everything was operating. I walked past the spinning teacups. They were moving on their own. A popcorn stand had freshly popped corn steaming. A game booth buzzed with neon lights, prizes untouched. The silence behind the noise was deafening. The first figure I saw was a girl in a red jacket. She looked around 12, frozen mid-step near the bumper cars. When I got closer, I realized she wasn't moving, not even blinking. Her eyes were glassy, unfocused, and yet I felt watched. Then I saw another, a man on a bench, his head tilted back like he was laughing. Except his mouth was sewn shut. All around the park there were figures, people frozen in time, tourists, children, staff, but all with blank, doll-like faces. At the center of the park stood a ride I didn't remember. The Echo Wheel. A massive Ferris wheel with black glass-like gondolas. One was open. As I stepped in, the door shut by itself. The wheel moved, slow and silent. From above, I saw things I couldn't explain. The park flickered, shifting between its current state and a charred ruin. I saw figures walking backwards, saw myself as a child waving at the wheel. Then the ride stopped, and the door opened into a different part of the park, one that wasn't there before. This area wasn't on the map. It was darker, older, like it had been buried beneath everything else. At the end of the path was a ride called the Hollow House. I had a flash, a memory of screaming inside it as a child, banging on a door that wouldn't open. But I'd never told anyone that, not even myself. Inside, the air grew colder with every step. Mirrors lined the walls, but they didn't show my reflection. They showed moments, my worst ones, times I forgot, regrets I buried. And behind me, I heard a child whispering my name. When I finally fled, I didn't end up at the front gates. I was at the carousel. It was spinning fast, too fast, and all the horses had faces. Human faces, crying, smiling, screaming. I saw a figure sitting on one of the horses, a grown version of the girl in the red jacket. Her mouth moved silently, then her eyes met mine. I blacked out. I woke up in my car. The map was gone. The wristband was still on my wrist. I checked the Hollowgate site later. Nothing there, just trees. Like it had never existed. But sometimes, when I drive near Red Creek, I hear carousel music on the wind. And last week, I got another letter. You brought something back. Return it before it takes root. There's something growing in my basement now, and every night I hear a ride humming beneath my floor. I woke up in my car. The map was gone. The wristband was still on my wrist. I checked the Hollowgate site later. Nothing there, just trees, like it had never existed. But sometimes, when I drive near Red Creek, I hear carousel music on the wind. And last week, I got another letter. You brought something back. Return it before it takes root. There's something growing in my basement now, and every night I hear a ride humming beneath my floor.